She told the billionaire she was pregnant, and he laughed. 5 years later, Clare Harper returned not alone, but with 3 identical sons, each one a living reminder of the man who had dismissed her. Once invisible in a world of wealth and power, Clare had survived, struggled, and thrived on her own. Now, standing in a room filled with people who had everything, she carried the proof that love, resilience, and motherhood couldn't be ignored or bought. Henry Black had all the money, influence, and power, but nothing could prepare him for the family he had abandoned. Clare Harper had never thought of herself as special. Quiet, polite, and invisible, she moved through life like a shadow in the chaos of New York City. Fresh out of college, she secured a job as an assistant at one of the city's top investment firms. There, she met Henry Black, the youngest self-made billionaire CEO, a man whose presence silenced rooms and whose gaze seemed to pierce souls. Their meeting was accidental. Clare spilled reports in front of him, and he bent down to help her, muttering a small, dry joke. Something about him stayed with her, and soon he noticed her, the quiet, polite assistant who didn't try to impress anyone. Gradually, their connection deepened. Late-night coffees became dinners, dinners became laughter, and laughter became something fragile and intimate. Clare believed in him, in the warmth behind his cold exterior. Then, the impossible happened. She discovered she was pregnant. Nervously, she went to Henry's office, heart pounding. When she told him, he laughed. Not angry, not surprised, just cold, detached laughter. "Handle it," he said, dismissing her, dismissing the child, dismissing her. Clare left, heartbroken and alone, disappearing from his life completely. She moved to a small town in New Jersey, seeking quiet, safety, and a place where she could rebuild her life. Life wasn't easy. Clare faced pregnancy alone, navigating medical bills, food shortages, and sleepless nights. When her triplets Jake, Josh, and Jaden arrived prematurely during a snowstorm, she poured every ounce of herself into keeping them alive. She sold baked goods, worked odd jobs, and relied on the kindness of neighbors. Slowly, she created a life of stability, warmth, and love. 5 years later, Charity Gala brought Henry back into her world. The sight of Clare strong, composed, and surrounded by 3 sons who were the spitting image of him shattered his carefully controlled life. Shock turned into regret, and for the first time, Henry realized what he had lost. Determined to make amends, he began showing up quietly, carefully, without forcing himself into their lives. Donations, repairs, small acts of kindness. Nothing loud, nothing demanding, just presence. Clare observed him closely. He was different, patient, present. Gradually, the boys noticed him. And through their curiosity and tentative acceptance, Henry began building the relationship he had ignored. School pickups, homework help, small emergencies, he was there. Slowly, Clare allowed him in, testing his consistency, gauging his intentions. Then came a quiet evening. Henry knelt before her, a simple silver ring in hand. He didn't ask for forgiveness, only a chance to build a future together, knowing the past could never be erased. Clare looked at him not as the man who had hurt her, but as the one who had proven himself through devotion and patience. She said yes. Together, they became a family not perfect, but real. Love was measured in presence, not wealth. Healing was built in small, quiet moments. A cup of tea by the bedside, pancakes with blueberries, bedtime stories read repeatedly, scraped knees, kissed, and laughter shared. Henry learned that real power wasn't in money or deals, it was in showing up consistently for the people you loved. And Clare finally felt whole, surrounded by the family she had fought so hard to build. If you loved this story of love, forgiveness, and second chances, hit like and share it with friends who enjoy emotional, heartwarming stories. Subscribe and click the bell icon to join our community, where every story celebrates courage, resilience, and the power of family. Comment below. If you were Clare, would you have given Henry a second chance? Your answer might inspire our next story. Don't forget, sometimes the strongest love is built not in grand gestures, but in showing up every day, quietly, consistently, and with devotion.